narcissist returns, remember these 5 important facts, so you don't suffer again. Welcome to another episode of Exposing the Narcissist. It's great to see you all again. Today, I'll discuss what you need to remember or do when a narcissist tries to re-enter your life. I've created numerous videos about the narcissist's return, covering why they come back, how to identify them early, and the tactics they use. It's not always our fault when a narcissist reappears. They might show up at your door, at a family gathering, on the street, or they might be adept at following you wherever you go. This is particularly likely if you still live nearby, if they're a family member, or if you have mutual friends. When these situations occur, encountering the narcissist again is likely. However, this doesn't mean you should appease them or waste your time. We all know it's not always easy to stay away from them, but this video will provide you with the information and motivation you need to do so. They don't care. First and foremost, remember that the narcissist is not your friend. They have never loved you and don't care about you. They only need you for something. Narcissists re-enter your life when they want something from you. It could be something they can't find elsewhere or something new in your life that interests them. Regardless of the reason, understand that the narcissist is neither your friend nor a loving family member. They will never care about you, and they never have. The narcissist doesn't know how to work with or for you. They only know how to work against you. The key to control. When a narcissist reappears in your life, their ultimate aim is to control you. They thrive on dominance and can't simply coexist. They need to assert their superiority. Their goal is to be in charge. Gradually, they attempt to infiltrate your life, step by step, trying to become the focal point of your attention and existence. Not sorry. Additionally, remember that they rarely feel remorse for their past actions and will never truly take responsibility. Any apologies they offer are insincere, merely a means to regain your trust and secure another chance. Despite appearances, the narcissist hasn't changed. They might put on a facade of transformation, but it's always temporary. As soon as they feel secure, their true harmful nature resurfaces. The emotional abuse or manipulation will likely intensify as they now know your vulnerabilities even better. Allowing them back into your life isn't worth the risk. The betrayal and pain will only deepen. You have the power. Establishing strong boundaries is crucial. If you can't completely avoid the narcissist, you must set and maintain clear limits. However, if you have the opportunity to cut them out of your life entirely, you hold the power to do so through no contact. Allowing a narcissist any chance to communicate will lead them to seize the opportunity, using every tactic to convince you they've changed or deserve another chance. They'll employ love bombing, express fake sentiments of missing you, and feign care. Eventually, you must let go of any ego-driven need to re-engage and resist their manipulations. Keep the door firmly shut to their false apologies, deceptive affection, and calculated lies. This is the best way to protect yourself. Final thoughts. Always remember the true nature of a narcissist and strive to distance yourself from them. Wherever they go, they bring pain, drama, and confusion. Their primary skill is to provoke you and shift the blame for their misfortunes onto you. Narcissists lack empathy and responsibility due to their excessive pride and self-centeredness. You don't need the chaos they bring, which disrupts your mental and emotional well-being. Silence can only be achieved by pushing the narcissist out of your life. That's all for now. I hope you found this helpful as always. Please share your thoughts and stories in the comments section below. Thank you for listening. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship with a narcissist only to have it end abruptly? The emotional turmoil that follows is immense, leaving you shattered and questioning your worth. "Why am I feeling like this?" becomes the echoing refrain as you grapple with the loss of confidence and identity. It's a common query that surfaces on social media. Do narcissists even care when you're gone? Do they experience any emotions when left alone, or do they simply move on without a second thought? Despite your own profound emotions, it seems as though they remain indifferent. But what's the truth behind their apparent apathy? Do they truly yearn for your presence in their absence? Let's delve deeper into this inquiry. Today, I want to explore the notion of whether narcissists genuinely care about your absence. This topic arises frequently, and first and foremost, I want to acknowledge your feelings. You love them deeply and invested a significant part of yourself in the relationship. Despite attempts to dismiss it as superficial or illusory, the truth remains. Your love for them was genuine, intensifying the complexity of your emotions. It's challenging to navigate life without them, as you grapple with feelings of longing and familiarity. When someone you cherished appears to depart without hesitation, it's natural to feel bewildered. Do they truly lack concern? On the surface, it may seem otherwise. They professed love and vowed eternal loyalty, yet their actions betray these promises. Their words may convey affection, but their deeds fail to align. The chasm between words and actions creates a classic case of cognitive dissonance. They profess love verbally, yet their actions speak a different narrative, leading to confusion and inner turmoil. When faced with such discrepancies, our minds instinctively gravitate towards the explanation that inflicts the least pain. It's easier to cling to the comforting words of "I love you" than to confront the harsh reality that their actions betray those sentiments. This discordance often leaves individuals feeling adrift, fostering a trauma bond akin to an emotional addiction. The cycle of highs and lows, promises of love followed by inaction, further entrenches this bond, making it exceedingly challenging to break free and decipher the underlying dynamics. The question lingers: does the narcissist truly care when you're absent? Despite your own deep affection, the narcissist's concern for your absence is multifaceted and self-serving. When you're no longer present, they are preoccupied with three primary concerns. Typically, their foremost concern revolves around their appearance. They fret over how your departure might tarnish the carefully crafted image they've cultivated. For instance, when my spouse was absent for a stretch, my initial worry was about the impact on my public perception. I'd ponder, how could I reshape the narrative to avoid being cast as the antagonist? Continuously reassuring myself of my virtuous role as the faithful and loving partner, I'd fret over how the situation would be perceived by others. Questions swirled. What impression would my parents, extended family, or church community form? How would they interpret the unfolding scenario? Often, there's a subtle shift in dynamics just before your departure. A tactic aimed at inducing you to initiate the breakup. By creating an environment so fraught with discord that you feel compelled to leave, they sidestep accountability for ending the relationship, deflecting blame onto you instead. The notion that I inherently possessed goodness served as a comforting falsehood I clung to for an extended period. It provided a convenient shield, allowing me to disregard the harsh reality of my harmful, unkind, and even abusive behaviors. Convincing myself of my moral righteousness was paramount. It enabled me to cast myself as the victim, shielding my facade of virtue from scrutiny by family, faith, and other significant figures in my life. Narcissists frequently adopt similar strategies, prioritizing the preservation of their positive image despite their contradictory actions. Maintaining this facade becomes paramount during a breakup, particularly in the absence of the other party. Thus, narcissists often resort to hoovering as a means to sustain this facade, pulling you back into their orbit rather than confronting the repercussions of their actions. While they may appear to demonstrate concern for your well-being in your absence, their primary concern remains self-preservation and image management, rather than genuine empathy or regard for your feelings. Hoovering, a tactic commonly employed by narcissists, serves dual purposes. Firstly, it allows them to present themselves as benevolent individuals by making efforts to reconcile the relationship, thereby proclaiming, "See, I tried. We reconciled. Doesn't that paint a better picture?" This manipulation serves to bolster their narrative of being virtuous and committed, supporting their fabricated persona. Secondly, they endeavor to safeguard their own reputation by tarnishing yours through a process known as smearing. Feeling compelled to outshine you, they resort to fabricating lies and levying false accusations to elevate their own status. By deflecting blame and painting you in a negative light, they seek to exonerate themselves and preserve their public image, even if it means severing ties entirely in extreme cases. In the aftermath of a breakup, narcissists often resort to shifting blame onto their partner, fabricating accusations of infidelity or abuse to absolve themselves of any responsibility. Their primary concern revolves around maintaining their public image, meticulously crafting a narrative that portrays them in a favorable light, regardless of the truth. Their sole objective is to emerge victorious and uphold an illusion of superiority, prioritizing self-image over empathy or genuine concern for others. This self-centered focus epitomizes narcissistic behavior, offering insight into their actions and motivations in your absence. Previously, we discussed how a narcissist's foremost concern in your absence is their image. Now let's explore the third aspect of their ego, power, particularly control. Control holds paramount importance for narcissists, serving as the cornerstone of their existence. The prospect of relinquishing control is profoundly unsettling for them, as they have become accustomed to manipulating and dominating their partners. Thus, when faced with the prospect of losing control, narcissists resort to any means necessary to regain their grip over their former partner. For them, surrendering control isn't merely a fear, it poses a threat to their very identity, as dominance and authority are integral components of their self-concept. In the tumultuous mind of a narcissist, thoughts often revolve around reclaiming control. How can I regain dominance? How do I reassert my authority? These incessant ruminations stem from an acute aversion to the notion of losing control. One tactic employed by narcissists to re-establish control after a breakup is known as hoovering. This manipulative strategy encompasses various actions aimed at regaining power over a departing partner. By orchestrating scenarios to make it appear as though the partner initiated the breakup, narcissists seek to maintain a facade of dominance. This deceptive maneuvering serves to perpetuate the illusion of control, even in the aftermath of a relationship's dissolution. For a narcissist, their foremost concerns revolve around their image, financial status, and control. These pillars of importance dictate their actions and motivations, driving them to safeguard these aspects at all costs. Understanding that narcissists harbor a deep-seated fear of losing control, obsess over their public perception, and prioritize financial security can offer invaluable insights when navigating a breakup with them. Whether it's during a divorce or a custody battle, recognizing the significance of image, financial stability, and control empowers individuals to anticipate and counteract narcissistic behavior effectively when they are not present. Instances like the dissolution of a relationship serve as stark reminders that narcissists prioritize themselves above all else. Their actions, or rather their lack thereof, unmistakably convey their indifference towards others, including you. Moreover, their disregard extends to their children, as evidenced by their neglectful and erratic behavior. They may fail to fulfill their parental responsibilities when needed, delegating them to others or neglecting them altogether. Spending minimal time with their children and resorting to manipulation further exemplify their lack of genuine concern. Similarly, some neglect to provide adequate care and attention to their pets, showcasing the breadth of their disregard. Such indifference often translates into emotional harm inflicted upon you or other aspects of the relationship. It's essential to remember these patterns when doubts arise or confusion clouds your judgment. Despite their claims of caring, the disparity between their words and actions underscores the presence of cognitive conflict. What demands your attention most is their behavior. How do they consistently demonstrate love, care, respect, and affection towards you? Take note of the strategies they employ when interacting with you or the children. Even post-breakup, they may fiercely contend to maintain the facade of caring and interest. However, their primary concerns typically revolve around their image, finances, and power dynamics. So when you ponder, do they truly lament our separation? Are they struggling with my absence? Remember to consider their core anxieties. What truly matters to them is what you contributed to their image, financial status, or control over you. These are their priorities, and losing them is their greatest apprehension. In most cases, a narcissist's focus remains solely on themselves, their wealth, and their dominance. They strategize to preserve these assets at any cost, viewing your departure solely in terms of its impact on their objectives. Finally, always remind yourself that you're not losing your mind. The thoughts and emotions you're experiencing are entirely valid. You're not alone in this journey. Many others have traversed similar paths and faced identical challenges. Seek support and connect with a community. There's still hope. Countless individuals in your shoes have found ways to heal and discover brightness amidst the darkness. Don't hesitate to reach out for assistance. While ending a relationship with a narcissist may seem daunting and bewildering, understanding their driving forces, image, money, and control can offer clarity and empowerment. Remember, seeking guidance and engaging with those who've walked similar paths can provide invaluable support and guidance. You're not isolated, and with time and support, you can navigate through this. In summary, deciphering a narcissist's behavior in your absence can be intricate and challenging. However, with knowledge and support, you can overcome this hurdle. Thank you for taking the time to read this. If you found it helpful, please consider sharing your thoughts or experiences and giving it a thumbs up. Your contribution could make a meaningful difference to those who might benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Your engagement enables us to continue providing valuable resources. Thank you for your support. How narcissists use sex to ruin your life and satisfy their lust. Hello, wonderful souls. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the intriguing realm of human relationships. Have you ever experienced that inexplicable connection in a relationship? You know, the kind of bond that leaves you puzzled, questioning what's really happening. Well, you're not alone. In today's video, we're peeling back the layers to uncover the truth behind that peculiar behavior that seems so out of the ordinary. But before we dive in, if you're ready to gain some clarity and insight, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our thought-provoking content. Oh, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're delving into why narcissists behave the way they do and how it all links back to their struggle with connection. It's a fascinating topic, so buckle up and get ready for some enlightening revelations. Let's get started. All right, let's hit the rewind button and unravel this from the start. Imagine this. You meet someone, and it feels like you've stumbled upon your perfect match. They shower you with affection, making you feel like the center of their universe, and every moment together feels like hitting the love jackpot. Now you're definitely not alone in experiencing this. In fact, I'd venture to say that a staggering 95% of people have been down this road before. But here's the twist. As enchanting as it seems, the magic doesn't last. Suddenly, the dynamics shift. The once fiery passion cools, intimacy wanes, and you're left pondering what went awry. So why does this tale take such a turn? Well, when you're deep in the midst of it, understanding can feel like grasping at elusive shadows. You anticipated your relationship to blossom, not plateau. But here's the hard truth. The individual you were enamored with isn't exactly who they portrayed themselves to be. Sure, they may have swept you off your feet initially, but now their true colors are emerging. The effort they once poured into the relationship starts to dwindle. The affection, the attention, it all begins to fade into the background. And here's the kicker. It's not that they're incapable of keeping up the facade. They're actively choosing not to. That whirlwind romance you experienced, it was a masterful illusion. They can't sustain that intensity because it's not a reflection of their genuine self. When you start sensing a shift in your relationship, don't brush it off. Don't hold on to the illusion that things will magically revert to how they used to be. It's time to confront reality. The honeymoon phase has run its course, and there's no going back. When someone's putting on an act, it's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Sooner or later, that facade will crumble. Relationships operate on the same principle. If you're not bringing your authentic self into the equation, it's destined to hit a dead end. You can't sustain pretense indefinitely. Now imagine this scenario. Initially, everything is blissful. Your partner lavishes you with attention, elevating you to cloud 9. But then the dynamics shift. Suddenly, they're not the person you initially fell for. They withdraw, play mind games, leaving you puzzled. So, why the abrupt transformation? Well, once they've ensnared you, they expect you to reciprocate the same level of devotion. It's as if they've laid a trap, and now you're ensnared in this cycle of give and take. But here's the twist. When you begin to pull away, they might resort to using sex as a tool of manipulation. Yes, you heard it right. They'll withhold intimacy to toy with your emotions, to assert control over you. It's twisted, but they resort to such tactics to manipulate you into fulfilling their desires. They're banking on the notion that you'll capitulate, that you'll go to great lengths to mend the situation. And it's not a reflection of your weakness or vulnerability. It's merely how our brains are wired. When something essential is denied to us, we're more inclined to go to extremes to regain it. It's a warped form of control, a perverse game they play to maintain dominance over you. But let's face the truth. It's not love. It's abuse, clear and simple. Now let's delve into how healthy relationships operate. In a typical healthy relationship, when you feel that attraction and love for someone, you express it through intimacy, often through sex. It's a means of demonstrating care and deepening your connection with each other. Through intimacy, you bond and forge a stronger relationship. However, with narcissists, authenticity is absent. They aren't even in touch with themselves, let alone with you. So how can they form a bond with you? How can they connect when they're merely playing a role? They can't. That's why it's effortless for them to manipulate the situation, using the withholding of intimacy as a tool to assert control over you. It's a twisted situation, laying the groundwork for a trauma bond. You're left grappling with their actions, but it's akin to grasping at smoke. They want you to yield, to comply with their demands, to be subservient. Unfortunately, in the midst of confusion, you might find yourself acquiescing simply because you seek clarity. Yet, let's not lose sight of reality. It's not about love or fostering a healthy relationship. It's about the narcissist feeling dominant, feeling superior. They thrive on exerting control and manipulation, and this toxic cycle isn't specific to you. They've likely employed it in every relationship they've had. So, if you find yourself ensnared in this cycle, recognize that it's not your fault, and it's far from normal. It's abusive conduct, plain and simple. And if you require guidance navigating through this, I provide personalized consultations. However, bear in mind that comprehending what's occurring marks the initial stride toward liberating yourself from their clutches. You merit more than being controlled and manipulated. As we navigate the intricacies of relationships, it becomes clear that the initial excitement often fades, leaving us bewildered about what went awry. The honeymoon phase, marked by intense passion and affection, inevitably gives way to reality, unveiling the true essence of our partners. When the facade crumbles and authenticity emerges, it can be a stark wake-up call. The individual we were enamored with turns out to be different from whom they portrayed, leading the relationship down a negative path. It's imperative to heed the warning signs when someone's genuineness diminishes, and they resort to manipulative and controlling tactics. When intimacy is wielded as a tool for dominance, it serves as a red flag for abuse rather than genuine care. Narcissists thrive on asserting power and nurturing their ego, often disregarding their partner's well-being in the process. If you find yourself entangled in this toxic cycle, remember that it's not your fault, and you deserve better. Seeking support and comprehending the dynamics at play is the initial step toward liberating yourself from their grasp. Before we conclude, we want to extend our gratitude to our incredible viewers who have made our content possible. If you appreciate what we produce and wish to support us, consider contributing as little as $1 on our Ko-Fi page. Every donation, regardless of size, greatly assists us in maintaining and enhancing the quality of our content. As a special token of appreciation for those who choose to become members, your name will be highlighted at the start of our videos, showcasing our gratitude for your generous support. Your backing enables us to continue crafting the content you cherish, and we cannot thank you enough for being an integral part of our community. Find the Ko-Fi link in the description below and become a cherished member of our journey. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you found this discussion illuminating. Your engagement fosters a community of awareness and empowerment. Thank you for embarking on this voyage of self-discovery and healing with us.